Breaking first at 5, the blogger and activist known as Breaking first at 5, the blogger and activist known as Turtleboy has just had his bail revoked. This happened just moments ago. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Vanessa Welch.
I'm Carrie Kavanaugh in for Mark Ockerbloom. Now, Aiden Carney was back in court today to face new charges stemming from an alleged incident on Friday night.
Boston 25 News reporter Jason Law joining us live from Dedham District Court now, where Carney just left court in handcuffs. Jason?
Yeah, that's right. And we're going to show you that brand new video here in just a few minutes. We just literally walked out of the courthouse a few minutes ago where, again, the judge did revoke the bail of Aiden Carney, the blogger known as Turtleboy, very controversial figure for the last several months. But yes, a few minutes ago, our photographer just recorded a video of him walking out of the courthouse with a police escort, Carney in handcuffs there and getting into the back of a police cruiser. He's going to be held in the House of Corrections, according to the judge, for up to 90 days. He is accused of going to the home of a grand jury witness, shoving her and threatening her over her testimony and participation in an ongoing grand jury investigation. According to the prosecutors, this happened on Friday. The accuser says, again, it happened on Friday night, hours after Carney was arraigned on 16 felony charges for intimidation of a witness, conspiracy to intimidate a witness, and picketing a witness. For months, as you probably know, Carney has been leading the Free Karen Reed movement. Karen Reed, the woman accused of killing her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe. The prosecutor says Carney has been harassing witnesses connected to that case and went over to the woman's house Friday night to impact her testimony, again, in that ongoing grand jury investigation. The judge in Dedham District Court this afternoon agreed and ordered Carney's bail to be revoked. So again, he's going to remain locked up for the time being. The judge said it could be up to 90 days in the House of Correction. Again, this is very fluid, very developing here. We just left the courthouse a few minutes ago. We'll have much more on this developing story coming up in the 6 o'clock hour. For now, we are live in Dedham. I'm Jason Law for your local station, Boston 25 News.
We know these are all coming down just now, these developments. Jason, thank you for walking us through them. We'll see you again at 6 o'clock.
Welcome back. Mike Crawford. The news just broke. Everyone heard it. Yeah, I had to go walk like 4 dogs, 4 different houses while this was all going down, watching it. Play some video, talk about it. Tim Bradle had some words to say. We're going to play some of that. Definitely be reaching out to him. I've gotten a lot of phone calls today, too. People that do care about me. Some people run for office, attorneys, big time, long time, OG activist types who have dealt with similar repression. Worried about me, telling me to be careful. And I'm sitting on documents. I'm sitting on stuff that I just don't even know what to do right now. A lot of pressure. I think everybody, all of us, need to be very careful right now. Very careful. And I think people are saying her name in the comments. I don't want to say her name. This isn't about her. What she did was wild as fuck. We know that. But this is, again, about Tully and the special prosecutor, Mello. That's really what it's about. And the weaponizing of folks like Kate Peter, KP, and others like her. KP, who's up on Twitter right now. I can't even say what she's doing on Twitter because could get my video demonetized. So you figure out what she's saying to some of the TB supporters right now. Some of the most vile, disgusting things you could say to a person online. That's who Tully and his crew, the state police, are weaponizing, protecting. Man. So I think tonight it's going to be a short show because I got to go back to work. I'm working all the time. This is like my busiest month ever, and I'm almost done with it. And all this hits. We're going to play more video tonight, too. I saw Grant Smith Ellis there. What a wannabe this kid is. He's a nepotism baby, too. using his mom's credentials. Play some of that tonight. We're going to play some video. But one of the things I was thinking tonight is, what can we do now? What can we do safely? And this is what I want to ask my audience anyways, is be careful. Don't try to intimidate anyone. Let's try to keep the focus on where the focus should be right now. Got calls coming in. I don't want to take any calls right now, maybe in a few minutes. But the focus should be on the prosecutors, the state police. And the other thing is supporting, if you think that he's being railroaded, which I tend to do. I've seen a lot of information on this in the last few days and months. All of this crap. The free Karen Reed. I think Karen Reed is innocent. I do. It's my opinion. But I think it's backed up by a lot of evidence that Aiden Carney, Turtleboy, unearthed. And the court documents show it. And the way that they didn't investigate the scene like they normally do. They didn't do any of that. I'll call you back, Mazza, in a few minutes. Just a couple minutes. They didn't do any of that. Didn't do any of that stuff. And police are down on it too. They like, talking to different law enforcement, like Sean on the Gulf. And maybe another law enforcement person. They call it out too. But what can we do? What can we do safely? One of the crazy things I was thinking is to do a protest or a rally outside the jail so that Aiden would know that people are out there. But if, I don't want to lead that. I'm not probably going to be able to show up to that unless it's like on a weekend. But, and I want it, if something like that were to occur, it definitely has to be done in the right, safe way so no one else gets arrested. We don't want anyone else to be arrested. And so if something like that were to happen, that would, I would like to see some of the same organizers that did the Canton protest, because they did a good job. They reached out to the police chief, made sure it was safe for everybody. So if we were to do something like that, I definitely want to make sure it was done the right way. But that may be something just to think about long term. But right now, someone suggested reaching out to his family and finding out if they need any financial support. I'm not sure how we can do that right now. But that's something we should definitely all keep in mind, is trying to find ways to support Aiden's family, especially while he's gone for 90 days, his kids, and keep donating, keep raising money to those defense funds. And I'm sure there will be other ways. So that's what always keeps me going in tough times, is what can we do? What can we do that's safe? And talk to each other. If you need someone to talk to, reach out to somebody. And don't let these awful trolls get to you. I'll play some more video from earlier today. This is from the Unsafe Spaces with Tom CPU today. That's what we were all waiting for.
Yeah, Jeff, going that way. See the way you're facing. Yeah, we're good. We got you. I'm gonna put you on the bench for a minute so you can take a break. Easy, all right? Take your time. So one step here, right? Yep. Yeah, there you go. Bingo.
So remanded for 90 days for pushing someone onto a couch.
Yeah, but they interpreted it. That they didn't interpret it just like that.
No. We're gonna just give you a rest here for a second, okay?
Yeah, but
I guess ultimately you're right, but who knows what those 10 pages say? Will we get?
No. My problem. You got this? Yeah, no problem. All right, listen. We'll make sure you sit down.
Will we get to read the 10-page affidavit?
Did you get it?
Unreal.
No one knows.
Unreal.
Will we get to read the 10-page thing that you wrote? Holy shit! Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you, but Tom's probably can't hear that well.
I want to
Well,
know what's going on here. Who are
I
they
wasn't asking
interviewing?
Tom. I was asking one of you guys.
Right here, that's Grant Smith Ellis.
Oh,
That's
you're gonna be able to
coming
read that
next.
affidavit. Oh yeah, you're gonna be able to read it.
Look at this guy. I just want to make sure people take a look at this clown.
Prevent them from speaking their minds. It's outrageous in Massachusetts that you can't give your opinion on a public employee without being arrested for witness intimidation, which is exactly what happened. You can't tell a state police officer how he feels he's doing on for a job performance without risking being arrested for witness intimidation. It's outrageous.
If he knew she was
Tom,
a
turn the
grand jury
screen.
witness, the process of testimony, he should have gone over it. Question the same reason. Why was he over there in the first place?
They were seeing each other for a long time. Sounds like they were dating each other for a few months anyways. They were trying to work it out. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure why he went over there in the first place. If you listen to that recording, it's clear who the victims are in the recording. The victims are the children, her children. That she's suggesting that she's going to wake them up, bring them over to his house, and watch her cast the fetus in his driveway.
I'm going to take a break real quick and try to make a phone call. Let's see if this works. This would be a good call to make. It's working. No, it's not working. I don't know why it does that every single time in the first try. We'll try it again. You know, we'll play the video.
I mean, how is that not childish? It's insane that he's the one that's being charged.
Did you cry when you heard the tape?
Did I cry when I heard the tape? Why would I cry when I heard
People were crying in the courtroom.
People were crying in the courtroom? No, I wasn't.
That is Grant Smith Ellis asking if people cried in the. This is a kid who told the nonprofit, the Hempfest Masscan, that he needed bodyguards because the Russians from Curaleaf, the Russian oligarchs, were going to kill him. He needed protection money. And the org ended up kicking him out because he was their president for like one term. It was the shortest term ever of this nonprofit organization. I used to be on the board for 10 years. I was on the board of directors, a two-term president of the nonprofit. And he got kicked off for stealing money, basically. Misappropriation of money, of funds, their nonprofit. And there was a public hearing that they had on Zoom with like about 80 to 100 people showed up. And he didn't show up to answer any of the charges and claim that they were doing all kinds of discrimination against him. And they kicked him out. They voted, and I think everybody voted against him to have him thrown out. That's the individual asking if anyone was crying in the courtroom today. He's doing the gotcha for his mom, Wendy Murphy. That's Grant Smith Ellis. Ask him about the money. If you ever see him, ask him about the money for Masscan. What happened to the Masscan money? Ask him about the 5-star hotels and all that. Basically, Masscan, too, when I was part of the organization back in the day, running the fest and booking the bands, booking the talent, making the event huge for the first time. I booked the first national artist with no budget. I got Styles P on stage, didn't pay him any money. Had actually, you know who paid for that? It's funny, is he was trying to sign him at the time. 50 Cent actually paid. I ended up making a deal with 50 Cent's management to pay Styles P to come into Boston and perform at the Freedom Rally the night before the rally. So I did a lot of stuff like that. And it was always for the cause, never stealing money, doing things for free for them, making things happen that were like rainmaking moments. You know, if you know hip hop and Styles P, you know he's valuable. He's probably worth, at least 10, maybe 50, $100,000, I bet, a show. Some kind, somewhere in that range. And we got him for free. Well, Grant, the one year he ran it, and basically when I was running it, the years before, they would have a budget of like 20,000 on the whole event and make like 40,000 and make like a $20,000 profit. That's basically how it would go. And as I did it, the budgets got bigger because we made more money. We were getting up to 30,000 and 50,000. You know what I mean? So every year we grow it a little more. His year, they made the most ever. They had the most revenues, over $200,000, and they lost money. And he couldn't tell you where the money went.
I don't know.
Mentally challenged, dude. Were you crying? Yes, you were crying. Let's get this guy. He was crying, my guy. No, no, but they were. No, you
This
were.
guy here, Grant Smith.
It's
Look
okay
at
to
him.
cry.
Yeah, we're allowed.
Yeah, that year with Styles P was a great show. My job too, it was so funny, is I had to meet him. He took the T in, so I had to go meet him at Park Street Station and walk him down to the main stage through the crowd and get his music ready and get him the weed ready. And I tried to smoke a joint with him, and Styles looked at me funny. And Danny Danko from High Times, who helped arrange it, walked over to me. It's like, you need to give Styles his own joint. And this was back in the day when everyone still shared weed. No one ever had their own joint. I learned from Styles P that day. It's better to have smoke your own weed. You don't have to share it. So we got Style his own joint. Very awesome guy. I like Styles P a lot. Real guy. Nice guy. He's a gentleman. He's a smoker.
No cell phone use in the courtroom.
Gangster and a gentleman.
Media. No, where's your media pass?
That's for baby daddies. Yeah, she's on her.
Calling them out. That's awesome.
That's a media pass?
Code Brown, I am high right now, and I could do a better
Really?
show and do
All
anything
right.
better than you, bro. Especially
Special.
use my name. I'm not a coward like you, by baby boy.
Like that. To have that and be
This is
dude,
this
to
is
have
wrong.
that and be crying is gets me.
Close to the truth. This is wrong, guys. We'll fix this. We get this. We get this. We'll figure something out. We got to definitely.
Tom, can you turn the screen?
Yeah, this is corruption if I ever saw it. Like if you
Tommy,
can't
can
see
you
this-
go
Oh God, Dave, come on.
can you go portrait landscape mode?
No, you can't.
This isn't my phone. I can't.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, yeah, dude, this is out of control. I don't know what do you think happens next. You guys follow true crime.
I've never seen anything like this.
Well, I mean,
There's all the cases I've covered. I've never seen
no,
it.
I want to see
You're a
Riddle.
friggin' piece of work, guy.
Oh, he's still talking.
Doesn't just seems like a regular guy. Dave, I can stay on here and just
declined, and later on, the PIs were detained by the police.
All right, there's another part today.
Wow.
Today, Bradel's private investigators also got detained.
Wow.
Like
So-
they're licensed, they're allowed to do that. If they're licensed PIs, they're absolutely allowed to do
course.
that.
Of course, absolutely.
Like that's interference.
investigator or whatever.
Yeah, Michael
Without
Morris's
redundant.
office is going to be on blast.
Wow.
Like
Right, like,
all
dude,
over, bro. Bradel's on.
When his own guys are getting.
The judge made his decision, and we're going to review it. We're going to do everything we can. Freed. I don't want to get into specifics right now. You know, we're and you know, we've not yet begun to fight. We're not giving up the battle here. We're completely disgusted after making that presentation that he's going to be held. The judge made his decision, and we're going to review it. We're going to do everything we can. Freed. I don't want to get into specifics right now. You know, we're just shocked and disgusted that that's the ruling, and we're going to do everything we can to fight it. Thank you.
You referenced in court. I think you said you were referencing discussion with the U.S. Attorney's Office. I believe. I don't think you really got to finish that thought, but I'd like to let you.
Their investigation is ongoing, and we've been in touch with them, and we're reporting everything that's going on in this case.
So can you maybe?
Sorry,
That's
can
all I'm
you,
gonna
I
say.
just,
What
I
was
just
discussed?
came a little late. Can you just say for
Yeah.
what you just said?
So,
Yeah, the gloves are off now.
I was in touch with the U.S. Attorney's Office today and the FBI, and we're going to report factually everything that is going on in this case. And if they want to hear from us, they know where to find us.
Did they reach out to you? You reach out to them.
No problem.
Can we get your personal?
So yeah, so they plan on fighting this because they would not.
That was it. That was it from Tim Bradel today. Crazy. Bradel is top notch. January 5th is coming up. The next hearing, Karen Reed. I'd also look into writing Aiden, sending him money, like I said, and if he can get visitors, people can go visit him as well. It's going to be an interesting January. We got more select board meetings happening. It's also the spring when, hey, 90 days isn't that long. If he does the full 90 days, this could also get kicked out of Superior Court, obviously. This could also get overturned if the feds all of a sudden come flying out and throwing people in jail. But let's just pretend he's in jail until March. Isn't that the time the trial's supposed to start? 90 days from now, 3 months. Also, probably going to be some select board elections in Canton. So I think all of us tonight, including myself, we just need to take a deep breath and just continue to be positive and know that in the long run, this is likely to turn out very well. It's just going to take time. And Aiden, he's a martyr on this. Like I've been saying for a long time, he's put himself on the cross. I don't want to do that. I've done that on other causes. I don't want to be that guy. People are asking me to do it. No, I don't think so. I don't think I can be that guy. But I'm going to continue to do what I do, which is do the show, take your calls, talk about it, and talk about what we can do positive. And let's not get anyone in trouble, including myself or you or anybody else. We needed Aiden. We needed him to do this in a way, too. Like, he's the pit bull. We needed a pit bull for this. Maybe we don't need a pit bull now. Maybe so much has been uncovered. I think so. So much has been known now. Now we just need to sit back and play the cards. Like, the cards have been dealt. And we don't need to argue with these trolls on Twitter. Block them. Block every single one of them. Focus on what we can do to help. And the biggest thing I'm concerned about is there's something going to happen to Aiden in jail, whether it be from the anxiety and the depression or something nefarious. So we got to be there. We got to be there as much as we can. All right. I'm going to try the phone calls again. I think I got to get working. I got sidetracked again. Whew. How many are you listening? I don't think we have as many. Okay, 645. Not as many. We had a lot earlier, but I had to go. I have a life here. Just can't be my whole life.
Mike, hi, it's Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Media.
How you doing?
I'm doing very subdued here tonight. I'm very unhappy with what's played out tonight, but there's one thought echoing in my mind, and I think you kind of really...
Before you get to the thought, I want you to tell people who you are, because I think I know, but I want to make sure.
Oh, sure. I'm Mark from Mazza Media on X.
Excellent. And is there any background that you have that people should know about?
I've been operating on YouTube for a couple of years now. Communications major.
Okay, so go ahead, Mark.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for having me again, Mike. So I think one of the comments that Turtleboy had said on one of his shows several months ago was that this movement has taken on a life of its own. And even if he were, for any reason, out of the picture, this movement, this free Karen Reed movement, this what's become a free Turtleboy movement, which has become a free Canton 9 movement, has now, essentially taken on a life of its own. And essentially, a lot of us have been called minions of him. And, now for us as a movement, with Turtleboy, what's happened to him today, we're placed in a position where we're really going to prove to everyone that has something negative to say about us that we're going to essentially show everybody, guess what? We are a strong movement that is out to free Karen Reed, is out to free Turtleboy, is out to free the Canton 9. And today, they're going to find out the hard way that, guess what? If you think that, locking up Turtleboy for as many as 90 days is going to stop us from speaking out and continuing to do, just like you said, what we do, from the residents in Canton to everyone all across parts of this country, quite frankly, that are standing up to free Karen Read and free Turtleboy, free the Canton Nine. We're going to continue to step up and do what we do. This is it is a depressing day in a lot of ways, but at the same time, we're going to push through. We're going to stand tall. We're going to stand with grace, and we're going to stand with poise, and we're going to continue to spread the word and not be distracted by anything. We're going to pray for Aiden. I'm going to pray for him tonight once again. I'm very discouraged by what's happened, but I believe Chrissy Young said it best. Aiden has a heart of gold, and we're going to stand here and support. We're not going to tuck and run. We're not going to give up. We're not going to quit, because just like Alan Jackson said, the attorney for Karen Read, we ain't got no quit. And they're going to find out why, when this movement continues on, that if they think that this movement's going to back down or back off or cower and hide or scurry off with what they've done to Turtleboy, they're going to be in for a world of shock. Because all they've done today is mobilize every single person, whether you have a YouTube page, whether you're a Canton resident, whether you're someone in the comment section right now, anyone that believes in this movement. They're going to find out just how strong we are, just how mobilized we are. And again, the fact that we just don't have no quit. And we're going to live up to our name. We're not going to be distracted. We're going to continue to pray for Aiden. We're going to pray for the best for him. It is an injustice what occurred today. I was absolutely shocked. I watched the Glare and Dave McGrath today with Tommy CPU, and just watched that whole thing unfold on an off day from work, the day after Christmas. But I thought Paul said it best. They wanted to put him in jail a few days ago, and they failed. And they manufactured or found a way or any kind of path that they could to make sure that happened today. And they're going to stop at nothing. But if they think that what they've done today is going to stop us, Mike, I think you know it best. It ain't going to happen. But I appreciate what you've said, too. Take a breath, relax, continue to do what we do. And, I think that this group, every single one of us, is going to make the right steps moving forward. And all these trolls can laugh today. I saw one video of a woman dancing and celebrating because Aiden got arrested. But you know what? In the long run, this is a long-term thing here. And I think that everything in the long run is going to prove out for us as the victors. And Aiden's gonna win out. He's going to win this out in the long run. So my prayers are with him, Mike. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for having me on the show. I'll stand by if you want me to stay for a minute or two.
Yes, definitely. This is, people were asking. They like, a lot of people know who you are, but for folks that just got in halfway through, this is Mark from Mazza Media. He's on Twitter. Very well spoken. Yeah, I loved everything you had to say today, Mark. I'm glad you called in. Man, what do you, I just, anything else you think that we should be thinking of ways we could help Aiden at this point?
Yeah, I think the fundraising thing is the right thing. I think that, even contacting attorney Tim Bradle's office and just maybe having a line of communication with him, calling his office, writing an email, whatever, just asking what he thinks might be the next steps. Now, I guess they can't have, is the next court session, I know Susan was talking about this on X tonight. I think it's the 25th of January before they can appeal. And that may be as soon as he's able to get out. But I'd say just to maybe reach out to Tim, motivate Tim Bradle. I don't think Tim needs any motivation. I think he's more than motivated, but just encouragement. Like you said the other day in Canton outside the CPD, Mike, support, moral support is going to be huge. And I think all of us just, asking one question: what can we do to help? What can we do to assist? What can we do to support? Whether that's a donation to Aiden's legal fund, or just any kind of morale booster to Tim, just to say, hey, and I like that Tim called the feds this morning. I thought that was a fantastic move. But that private investigation thing that went down as well with those PIs, I think it was one or two of them. I'm not sure. I hear one, I hear two. I know Microdots had said, I believe, two. Someone else had said that was interviewed said potentially one. That whole thing's a total mess right now. And how this woman that you don't want to name her, and I'll stand by you with that, Mike, and do the same. How she's even a witness in all this is, that's a question I have at this moment. I haven't got an answer yet on that. I've been trying to seek the answer, but I just don't have it yet. So I don't know if you know anything.
Let's put it this way. See, I know a lot from so many different sources at this point. She has met Bradle. I know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how, you know what I mean? Like, she could know a lot.
Mm.
So she went out to lunch with him.
Mm.
So that's the type of situation we have here. And this person, I wonder how long she's been cooperating. And what maybe she was cooperating the first night she met him.
Yeah.
You know? So
right. That's a great theory to have. Those are questions I've asked myself as well.
And this isn't a long-term relationship either. So, this is something that happened this year.
Right.
And it seems like the second half of the year and over quickly. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Kind of like an ace up their sleeve where they were like, if we ever need to pull this card, we can just pull it type deal, where it's just, they might have had this thing festering for a bit or something. I don't know. I'm just theorizing, of course, and speculating.
And I know a lot more too, like who she's been talking to. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's been talking to K. Peter. She's been talking to Mello and Tully and all these people.
Mm.
So that's what's going on. You got somebody, and, I think, obviously, I don't want to give him any negatives on this, going through so much, but it would have been much better if he had just not gone. He did make a mistake. People do make mistakes. But this is, there's a reason why they're going after him so heavily. It's obvious.
Right.
If he hadn't broken the story, none of this would be happening to him. It's not about the intimidation. It's about his reporting. They're trying to shut him down, and they're trying to shut him down they're trying to somehow get through this Karen Reed case, I think, the trial, and not have federal charges come up against them.
Right. Right.
I don't think it's going to work, though. I think the feds aren't going away. All my reporting, all my sources indicate the feds are on this. They're just like they always do. They're waiting to gather so much goddamn evidence that.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they have enough to convict, but they don't do that. They wait till they have a mountain.
Right.
If you can wait 6 months to a year and get a mountain of evidence, why not wait? That's the way they feel about it.
Exactly. I posted an audio clip of that. And I remember the Galera had responded to me and he said, yeah, exactly. It's about creating a mountain of evidence. So when it does eventually come down to it, there's so much that they can just unload and say, hey, look, we bagged you here, we bagged you there. They're gonna build a case.
And where it's gonna create all the evidence is that trial. Either trial, probably especially the Karen Reed trial. You're gonna have people that are targets that have to go on the stand.
Right.
But
100%. We ain't got no quit, Mike. And
thank you for
like
calling,
I said,
Mark. Tell us your Twitter again. It's Mazza Media. People are asking.
Mazza Media. Mazza Media. MEDIA. All one consecutive word. Mazza Media on X. Mike, thanks for having me. We ain't got no quit. Free Karen Reed. Free Turtle Boy. Free the Canton 9.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mike. You're welcome, Mike. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So with the Young Jerks, we're talking about Turtle Boy has been remanded for 90 days today in district court. I don't even think I have the number up and people are calling. They just know the number. Well, we'll take it. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's on the phone. All right, we got a 617. Who's calling from 617?
It's me, Mike.
Gene from Dorchester.
It's me, Mike. Gene. Oh, Mike. I want to give all my turtle people, including yourself, a little positivity. People who do state time, Walpole, state prison, call Dedham kitty camp. Aiden's going to be fine. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people that are in there, but I already have the word out for people to keep their eye on him. He'll be okay. He's not going to do 90 days. They'll end up working something out and get some kind of bail reduction here and going, and he'll get out sooner. But I just want everybody to stay positive and please stay away from the trolls. They are just looking for people. It just pisses everybody off. It doesn't do anything for us that support Aiden. It just gets us more pissed off, and it's just going back and forth. Like Mike said, block them, don't respond to them. It's not worth it, and you're actually making them happy by doing it, and we don't want them to be happy. And for all you men out there, this is why you choose better. Stay smart. These women out here are nuts. Not all of them, but a lot of them are.
Well, just in general, not women, or it's women and men. It's everybody. Everybody. There's like 25% out there, if not more, that are mentally really scary. And if you got a good one, cherish them and take care of that relationship, because you don't want to lose them. The grass is not greener. The grass is probably more dangerous.
Right, but I'm gonna say, Mike, there are crazy men out there too. We all know this, but women are different. They're a different breed, and they're very vindictive, more so than men are. And that's why there's a saying, a woman scorned, because they're crazy. That's why there's a show called Snapped. They can get very ugly, and I just hope, I don't know who the girl is. I don't want to know who she is. I really don't. I don't want to know who she is. But I hope these people that are doing this take the time to reflect and think what they are really doing to people, to innocent people. And like I've said before, people may not like the way Turtle does things, but this is going above and beyond. And this is more than corruption. This is people. You got to remember, these are people that are trying to save their own lives. Just like they say, a man with nothing is a man to fear. These people are in fear. And it goes a lot deeper than we think. And than we even know. Then Turtle even knows. He don't even know the extent of it. These people are covering up something that has been going on for years, and that they're about to lose everything they've ever worked for and everything they've ever did. Their kids, their job, their wives, husbands, whatever. And they are doing everything in their power to stop this. And we are seeing it firsthand. And hopefully someday we will all be sitting talking about something totally different and how we were all there when this happened. So I want to say God bless everybody. Everybody do the favor and just don't the twisted tragedies and crusty panties and whatever. Just stay away from them. They're not worth it. They're not worth your energy. Good vibes. Let's all just stick by and have good vibes and do what we want to do for Aiden. He needs us right now. He needs us to be positive, not fighting with these losers. Oh,
thank you for
that's
calling,
all I have
Gene.
to say.
Thank you for calling.
All right. Bye, Mike. You have a good night, okay?
You too. God bless, Gene.
Yeah, okay, you too.
It was Gene from Dorchester. A lot of comments coming in. I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna take this no caller ID. Sorry, not right now. I don't even have the phone number up, and people are just calling crazy. But one thing I want to say, there was that one of the trolls there, Grant Smith Ellis, the son of Wendy Murphy, who pretended he was with Court TV at the Court TV Media Pass. Apparently, I guess he got some good video. I haven't seen it because he's got me blocked, so I don't see that. But I heard he got some video that didn't make some of the Turtle Boy supporters look great. My advice to him is when he asks dumb questions from now on, don't answer them. All you need to do is simply say, you know what, dude? Where's the money for the charity money that you misappropriated? Why did you get kicked out of the nonprofit that you were president of? Why didn't you answer the charges of the misappropriation? Ask him about his stuff. That's all you need to do. Ask him why he was kicked out of his organization, MassCan. That's my advice on that one, anyways. You push it back at him. We keep getting a no caller ID number. I'm not taking those calls tonight. I'm not. Sometimes I'll take them because it's fun. You never know who's going to call. Sometimes they're a good call, but I'm just not going there tonight. Plus, I got to go. I'll take this one more call, a 617, and it's got to be quick. Whoever I'm talking to, you better be quick. I want to hear your name. I want to hear where you're calling from and your comment real quick.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Hi, Mike. This is Megan. I was at the courthouse today. I saw the entire thing. I just want to say I'm disgusted. Everything that Attorney Bradel did just showed a completely different story, and he had actual proof rather than hearsay. I'm just beyond shocked, and all we can do is stay positive and be supportive.
Yes, exactly. There's another side. It's so obvious. I mean, I've heard more too. So then people know, believe me.
And I just need to, I said it to other people at the courthouse, as a woman, there's nothing lower to me than a woman who would make up false allegations like this. Like, that is why real victims don't get believed. Like, they're on the same level as like fentanyl dealers. It just disgusts me.
This is a good point too that someone made. I want to read this one to you. Comment came in and said, while Turtle Boy is in jail, and this is something I've seen, this person's going to make a comment that I've seen it happen to other people, another journalist specifically, who won awards, Barrett Brown. He's a leftist, but this applied to Barrett and it's going to apply to Turtle Boy. And this is the comment. He says, while Turtle Boy is in jail, he will find an awful lot of inmates who have also been set up by these corrupt cops. So this might be the worst nightmare for them, actually. What do you think about that prospect, that Aiden is going to find new source material for different stories of police corruption while he's in jail?
Yeah, that's true. He might be very popular with people who want to tell him their story. This could this could backfire. It's a good point. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, I've also seen it happen too with, other folks too. There's another guy I follow who was like a big LSD pot dealer back in the day. He caught, and he's done a lot of media stuff with hardcore, more hardcore people from jail and people like him. Like, he tells their stories. So it's like sometimes it can be good for someone in the media to do some time in jail because you get more more content, more relationships, more stories.
Yeah. Yeah, and they might even see the other inmates might even see like the response he gets between, his canteen and visitors, and wonder who he is.
Exactly.
Well, everybody stay positive. Thanks for doing this show, Mike. I think it's that doing this tonight has been really helpful for everybody, and I know that you're busy. So, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas as well.
You too. Thank you. I had a fun time walking dogs. I love all my dogs. So it was a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for calling and listening. It was a great call. Thank you for being there today too.
Thank you.
All right. That was a good quick call. Another comment came in and said, Tommy Chong convinced the guy to write Wolf of Wall Street. See, there you go, in jail. Tommy went to jail. See, I got the no caller ID calling in. No, we're not taking your call. All right, I'm going to wrap it up tonight. That was my message. I just wanted people take a breath. It's got to be all right. He will be out in 30 to 90 days. We know that. Maybe sooner. But let's figure out how we can help. If you still support him, and I'm not telling people what to do, you got to look at the facts and figure it out yourself. So that's all I'm going to say tonight. But I also think, from what I know, the information I have, this was definitely orchestrated. This was something that was in the works. Obviously, I mean, we can look at the fact that she's a witness. Well, how is a girlfriend a witness? That's how much they're investigating him. Why are they investigating so much that they would go after a girlfriend? Did they have enough on him already? I'm going to tell you something else, too. Oh, man, whoever this is, I almost want to answer the phone and scream at them because they're so friggin' rude. They keep calling. But this isn't just about Aiden either. I think that they're also probably going after Karen Reed. So think about that too. And hopefully that goes nowhere. And I don't know. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't communicate with Karen Reed. I've had one message from Karen Reed. Basically thanked me for raising money. And that was after the fact. That was it. It's the only way and that was like an email. So, again, I want to thank Tom CPU for doing the live streams. My advice to him is just do it on your channel, dude. I don't want to hear other people talking over what's going on live on your channel. You should just do it on your channel. And no dig to those other guys. I think they did a good job. I like the Glera. I like Dave. I don't love Dave's politics. I don't like hearing about his views on other things. But I think they're good people. Just my opinion. But I love Tom CPU, what he did today. I also think that this movement has got to keep their head up. Just don't get too down. This is going to be a long thing. This is going to be over overnight. And F these trolls. And F these people, too, that come after me. There's so many of these fake leftists that never actually did anything when I had a more left show. And not that my show isn't left anymore and that I'm not left. I'm still leftist. But they come after me. They've never done anything. Half of them. They never had any wins. They've never broken any stories. They've never done anything. All they do is complain about people online and make them more popular, like they're doing to me. Like they did to Turtleboy. Bunch of clowns. Yeah, fuck the trolls. And just block them. Block them. Nobody that matters is listening to them. People that matter hit me up. There's a lot of eyes on this. Like I said, I don't know if all the audience understands that I've been involved I've interviewed a lot of politicians, people running for office. And they're all watching this. Attorneys. A lot of people don't want to say anything yet. But they're all watching it. Here's one. Good to see Aiden get his just desserts. I wonder what happened to Raxology. I wonder what blog Raxology got written about them. That's usually who these people are. Like Kimberly. I think that's it tonight. Am I missing anything? Is there any audio or video that you saw that I should have included tonight? I'm going to go. I don't know when I'll be back. I got to go do more dogs. If you want to donate, we're still collecting money. We haven't given our donation from the last couple of weeks. I got to do a bunch of math. Figure out how much I'm donating to these three funds from your donations, which is the 60%. We're still open for the three funds. I think we may actually just do the next one after this. We may just do it for the dispatcher alone. I wanted to do a promo for her next, but this stuff came up today. So we're still taking donations on the Venmo app. Mike Crawford, TYJ, or Mike Crawford 1 on the Cash App. 20% each. Canton 9 fund, free Karen Reed fund, free Turtle Boy fund. So if you want to donate, please do so. They said Channel 5 is in the courthouse with a clip. I'll take a look for that. I don't think we played that one. Maybe I'll go out with that one tonight. Let's see if we could find that Channel 5 clip before we go. There it is. And we'll play this one. I love how they say his name. Wait till you hear this one. Aiden Kieran. They say it worse than I have ever done. Oh my God, the poor anchor. He mangled it worse than I do sometimes. Last name. Let's play this from Channel 5. We're gonna go out in this Channel 5. We'll see how WCVB, the party of Brian Albert's attorney. How do they cover this thing? God bless them. Let's listen.
Aiden Curity faced new charges. Our Emily Maha is live outside the courthouse in Dedham. And Emily, a lot of strong reactions there tonight.
Well, Sean, Jen, Aiden Carney's lawyer calling the judge's decision disgusting. Tonight, the well-known blogger will not be going home, instead heading to the House of Corrections. This is the moment the blogger known as Turtleboy walked out of the courthouse in shackles. Carney is charged with intimidating a witness and assault and battery on a household member. The prosecutor says he shoved his ex-girlfriend, who's also a witness in the ongoing murder investigation of Boston police officer John O'Keefe. Investigators say O'Keefe was killed by his girlfriend, Karen Reed. Carney's lawyer says the allegations are lies, saying the woman claimed to be pregnant and asked Carney to come over while she took an abortion pill. His lawyer says Carney recorded that conversation and posted it online. It was played in the courtroom today before the judge made his decision. You can hear the gasp from those inside as the judge revoked Carney's bail, his lawyer then taking to the courtroom steps.
Allowing the Commonwealth motion to revoke Mr. King's bail without.
We're completely disgusted after making that presentation that he's going to be held. The judge made his decision and we're going to review it. We're going to do everything we can.
Carney showed little emotion after learning he'd be heading to the House of Corrections. He had just been in court last week after a grand jury returned a 16-count indictment, all connected to intimidating witnesses in the Karen Reed case. Now, Carney will be back in court next month for these charges. The judge warning him to have no contact with his ex-girlfriend, saying, do not call her from the House of Corrections.